Welcome back. We are at Season 2 now of F1 Ultimate Career Mode from F1 2012 to F1 25. If you're confused as to why we're so very quickly up to F1 2013, check out the last video, explanations there. The global sheep pandemic has shut down the world at the end of the 2012 season, so unfortunately, season ended in Japan, of all places. But let's explore what we've got in store for this season. So our contract. So we have continued our journey with Toro Rosso. We have some basic performance clauses that we need to meet. So we did have a +1 extension for 2013 anyway. But to get a 14 extension, we will need minimum 7 points finishes, outqualify our teammate 12 times, and score a minimum of 50 championship points, which should be pretty easy. And then to get to Red Bull, they've set us a target of 7th or higher in the championship and score 85 or more championship points, and to achieve a podium finish and have reached Q3 12 times. So they've got some pretty big expectations for us to get to Red Bull, and they've laid it out very specifically. Red Bull are not 100% sure about Christian Waters in terms of his consistency. He has not been terribly consistent in the 2012 season, and so the expectations laid out for a Red Bull seat are quite harsh. But we've got it laid out to us. If we hit all those goals in the contract, we will get a Red Bull seat for 2014, and that will be the goal. So here we are in the garage for pre-season testing. Might be a good chance now to go through all of the changes for this season in terms of driver lineup. So here are the driver changes for 2013. Obviously the big signing, Lewis Hamilton, world champion for 2012, moving to Mercedes-Benz, going from the first place team to the fourth place team. Will that bear fruit? We will find out. Red Bull and Ferrari keeping their lineups identical for the 2013 season. Michael Schumacher, obviously retiring from Mercedes, being replaced by Lewis at McLaren. Lotus Renault keeping the same lineup of Kimi Raikkonen and Romain Grosjean. Sauber dropping Kamui Kobayashi and replacing him with Esteban Gutierrez. And Nico Hulkenberg replacing the outgoing Sergio Perez, who is joining Jenson Button at McLaren. At Toro Rosso, Daniel Ricciardo is dropped from the lineup and becomes their test and reserve driver. Christian Waters moves into the number 1 driver position with Jean-Jacques Vergne alongside. Pastor Maldonado is kept at Williams, and they drop Bruno Senna and replace him with Valtteri Bottas. Force India replaces the Nico Hulkenberg, who moves to Sauber to replace Sergio Perez with Adrian Sutil, and Marussia replaces both their drivers with Jules Bianchi and Max Chilton. And Charles Pic moves from Marussia to Caterham and is joined by Guido van der Garden. Of course, HRT unfortunately are no more and have gone bankrupt at the end of the 2012 season. So here we are out in our first laps in the Toro Rosso for the 2013 Formula 1 season at pre-season testing at Spain. The handling is very, very different to 2012. So that these cars have a more direct feeling. There doesn't seem to be this weird lag between, or as much of a weird lag between the inputs and the driving. The graphics in F1 2013 are also much improved over 2012. Particularly the lighting. It is a much brighter game. The F1 2012 is quite dull by comparison, so that's something that I've really relished getting into this new game. But yeah, super excited obviously for the season. We have our targets to meet, and I'm just going to let the session run, and I'll come back once we've finished some laps. All right, well, thank you for joining us for the introduction for Season 2 of the F1 Ultimate Career Mode for the F1 2013 season. I'm really looking forward to this one, and hopefully we have no missing races this time. The F1 2013 game does not have the same glitch as F1 2012, so we should have no issues at all getting through all the races this time. But I'll see you guys at the first race in Melbourne in a few days' time. See you then.